Welcome to another episode of Mike's Tool Fun. Today I'm going to talk about the Tradesman Pro Master Backpack by Klein Tools, model number 55485. I am not sponsored by Klein Tools. Please check out my YouTube channel, Mike's Tool Fun, and click like and subscribe so I can continue doing these videos. I'm going to discuss on how this backpack works for me. I'll talk about a previous backpack I had. I won't mention the brand. But I am going to get into how packing and unpacking this backpack works for me. That's it, so stick with me. Thanks. Okay, so what we got here, this is all the stuff I keep inside of this one backpack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick fast forward video of me putting everything into here, and then I'm going to show you how it holds up. All right, just hang tight and we'll make this happen. Okay, so I just showed you a quick time-lapse video of me packing this case up, and as you can see I fit a lot of products in here. This front pocket here, one thing I like about it is that it's solid, and it also has a felt section for you can put your safety glasses in. Now what I do as a trick is I get an old sock, because anybody who's washed their clothes, the dryer seems to take one of the socks, and so you don't have a full pair. I'm completely convinced that the one sock goes the same place as Tupperware lids end up. That's my theory. Anyway, so what I do is I take the safety glasses. I'm going to tell you, these safety glasses are almost 2 years old, so there's not very many scratches on it. They weren't very expensive, so all I do is I just stick it in the sock, and then usually once a week I throw it in the wash and wash it and hope I don't lose it or it doesn't go off to Tupperware land with the other stuff. That's it for this. I keep a couple other small items like my headband light and stuff that's in here. In the front part here, I really like this pocket. This is where I keep my numbers books, and I also keep my I call it the Tickle Tester. It's just a voltage tester right here. Obviously you shouldn't be using this. This is a last resort. Always use your meter first to check your voltages. The Tickle Tester, you know, it's just if you want to just see if something's live, but if you got to start playing with it, you put a meter on it and you make sure that it's dead. Because I've experienced where that didn't pick up the voltage and it was live. So in here, what's really cool about this case is that when you open it up, this part comes out. One of the headaches I had with the previous tool bag that I had was I had a hard time accessing a lot of the tools that I had in it, and I would have to remove many tools to be able to get into it. So on the bottom here I just keep a little mini hacksaw. I use this sometimes for stripping BX, or if I'm in a case where I'm on a roof and I don't want to carry a bandsaw up to cut a piece of Liquidite or something, this thing will do. Also, you know, I have all my other most commonly used tools as an electrician. I have a second Klein backpack, a smaller one that I keep in the van that holds the tools I don't use very often, but it does come in handy. So the great thing about this is this guy just pulls out. The modification I've done on this is what I use for my long bits here. So this was a pass-through for a screwdriver, so what I did is I just crazy glued this to stop my bits from falling through. As you can see with this one here, it's not crazy glued and the bit is falling through. See how it just slips right out and falls through. So that's why I put this extension bit in there first, because it won't fall all the way through, and then I just put in my 9/16 nut driver and then that little bit there, and that's it. And then of course you got the Klein ET310 circuit finder, which I recommend for everybody. There was a little bit of learning curve with that tool. Also, make sure you change the battery often in it, because once it starts getting weak, it's really hard to pick up a signal. And a little side note, it doesn't work very well on Stab Lock and Federal Pioneer panels. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. I've had to take the covers off and just check the wires directly, and it's been fine when I do that. So you just slide this guy right back in. that's it. Zip ties, I just throw in there. They come in handy. I just keep them off to the side, not a big deal. And then my meter, there's a little nice space right there in front. I just pop that in and close her up. And then here, you got a nice little holder to hold your measuring tape. And it's a nice little pocket where I keep like a multi-bit set. This multi-bit set has come in handy so many times. It's just a Canadian Tire, cheap little, I think I paid $12 for it, and it has saved me many, many times. So now that's permanently in my backpack. What I've done here is I created a holder for my rolls of tape for phasing, as well as when I'm pulling circuits, instead of constantly numbering the wires, then pull them to the junction box, cut the extra length off, and then renumber the wires, I keep a book handy, and I'll use, like, say, brown tape would be a set of phase, like 246, yellow tape would be 135, and then when I pull them into the junction boxes, I know brown is 246, so then I'll just number the wires 246 once I'm ready and make my connections. This saves a lot on the numbers books, as everybody knows. Those are getting pretty expensive. And then another little, on this side, I keep just my impact drill in here. It fits perfect. I use this common for service. This is just a Gen 2 M12 Impact Gun. For me, it works great. Once it blows up, I'll probably upgrade to the M3, but for now, I have no issues. I did a little slight modification here. I just zip tied a 4x4 plate, so that way I have somewhere to slap my radio when it comes in. It's been really good because I just keep it on there. Because before I used to stick it to stuff like panels and that, and then I'd leave the job site and remember, oh man, I got to turn around and go get my radio. So now it stays on my bag and I don't forget it anymore. And then what's really cool too is they have another tape holder that comes with the bag. And I just throw my two most common used tapes, and then you can have a little, this is actually a pretty hell with aircraft cable, and it's a Klein name tag. And then this handle, I don't know if you can see it, but this is aircraft cable as well, heavy duty, so you're not going to run into issues of breaking the handle off. So far I've been using this bag for about 2 weeks, and I don't know how I went without it this long. I highly recommend, if you're going to invest in a tool bag and you're an electrician or HVAC or even a plumber, this is the bag to get. This thing it's got a hard case bottom. I've had this sitting in a pool of water, and it was only because the ground flooded and I didn't notice, and I was off doing some work, and then when I came back I saw the ground was flooded, my bag was sitting there and nothing was wet inside, thank God. I mean, I have nothing but positive things to say about this bag. One of the things too, which is great, is the padding it has on your back. This bag is heavy, the way it sits with the tools. I probably have more tools in it for weight-wise than I should, but I still have ample pockets left that I could fill into it. So I don't think I maxed out the weight of this yet. Now keep in mind, I have not put it on a scale, but it is heavy. I have worn it as a backpack. If I'm going into like a service call or if I'm going on to a commercial job, I don't wear it for a long period of time. It's just to get it from the van up to where I'm working, and then I put it on the ground, and that's pretty much where it stays. But it's got thick padding. I love this, the padding that comes on the shoulders here. This is great. Plus it clasps in the front, so that way you have it secured in the front. And all I can say is this thing, I got nothing but positive stuff to say. Like I said before, I'm not sponsored by Klein at all. They do have a lot of really good products that I do like using. If you go on my YouTube channel, Mike's Tool Fun, you'll see the Klein products that I do talk about on there. I just recently did one with the ET450 advanced circuit tracer, and if you're an electrician, you need to go check out that video. I have several videos on there about it, and I can't talk more highly about this tool. The ET450 is really good. But this backpack, the model number 55485, it's called the Tool Pro Master Backpack. I know it's a lot to take in, but one of the other features that I forgot to mention here is this front pocket right here. This is where I fold my drawings in half and they fit in here perfect. I don't get when I'm handed drawings for jobs, I don't get the full size ones that you need a big table to put them on. That's for the GC on the job site to have. When I get them, I have them downsized so I can fit them in my bag. I can look at them, no problem. And I stick them in here, as well as I have a notebook that I keep for notes. I put them together. Anytime I enter a job site, I always look at the date of my drawings and compare them to the date of the drawings of the GC. And if they're the same, then I'm good to go. If not, then obviously I have to use what the GC has if his date is newer than mine, more recent. So there's also this pocket here, which I have not put anything in it, but if you got like one of those Klein pencil cases or anything like that, you can fit it perfectly in here. Like I said, I still have many pockets that I don't even use. And I mean, I hope eventually probably will use them, but I mean, I got like if you look at the back of this, like look at all these pockets. Not one of these has anything in it, and I can still fill stuff in these, and nothing has anything in it. But you see how easy that just comes in and out? There's no messing around. I'm not pulling out half my tools and laying them on the ground so that way I can get to the one I need. Because obviously you got to deal with site conditions. You never know what you're going to deal with when you're on the job site. So this is it. Like, I got nothing else to say about this tool bag except for I really recommend it. I picked this one up from Oscan Electrical. They're in Peterborough and in Oshawa. If you're in Canada, Ontario, Peterborough, Ontario, Oshawa, Ontario. And that's it. I got nothing else to say. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe.